Okay, turn in your ELA notebooks to Section 1, Grammar. Go to the next available blank page. Okay, we are going to start Lesson 9. This is Grammar, Lesson 9. Excuse me, Lesson 10. Grammar, Lesson 10, which is about adjectives. I can identify adjectives in a sentence along with the nouns and pronouns they describe. Along with the nouns and pronouns they describe. Okay, let's put a star and let's define what an adjective is. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. That describes a noun or pronoun. Okay, underline the word adjective. Okay, we've already talked about nouns as being a person, place, thing, or idea. We've talked about a pronoun as being any word that replaces a noun. So the adjective is going to be a word that describes one of those, either a noun or a pronoun. Now, adjectives can do 4 things. They actually answer 4 questions, and we're going to write them across the top of our paper, creating 4 columns. So an adjective can tell us what kind, of noun do we have. For example, is it a gentle dog? Gentle would be our adjective. What kind of town is it? It's an Irish town. What kind of movie is it? It's a scary movie. Okay, so dog, town, and movie are all nouns, and the word that is describing them happens to be right before it. A gentle dog, Irish town, scary movie. Another question that an adjective can answer about a noun or pronoun is which one? Okay, so let's say we had a grade. Okay, which one? Which grade are we talking about? Maybe it's 6th grade. So grade is our noun, and 6th is our adjective. Maybe we have books. Which one? Which one of the books are you talking about? We're talking about these books. So the word these is an adjective. How about people? People's a noun. Which people are we talking about? We're talking about other people. So other would be used as an adjective. Okay, and another question, and we're going to put these 2 together, is how many, question mark, or how much, question mark. Okay, so maybe we have the noun tickets. Okay, how many tickets do we have? We have 2. Tickets is our noun, and 2 is our adjective. Maybe we have a pitcher of lemonade. Okay, it might answer how much. It's a full picture of lemonade, so full is our adjective. Maybe we have some players, some baseball players. Baseball would then be our adjective, but which players, or excuse me, how many players? Most of our players. Most is our adjective. Okay, so adjectives can answer these questions about their noun or pronoun. What kind, which one, how many, or how much. Let's do a couple of examples of sentences, and let's see if we can identify the adjective along with the noun or pronoun it's describing. So here's an example. The dog is gentle. The dog is gentle. Okay. Adjectives are describing words, so the describing word in this sentence is gentle. We're going to circle that word, gentle. Okay, what noun is gentle describing? It's describing the dog. It's saying the dog is gentle. Now, notice above how in all of these examples, the adjective was right before the word that it was describing. And in most cases, I would say that that's probably true. But in some cases, it's after it or somewhere else in the sentence. You just have to read the sentence to see if it may, to see, number one, what is the noun and is there a word that describes it and where is it located. You've just got to understand your sentence and what it's saying. Another example would be the sea comma, blue and sparkling, comma, stretched out before us invitingly. Stretched out before us invitingly. Okay, the noun that we're looking at is sea. And what words are being used to describe the sea? The sea, blue and sparkling, so it's giving us two adjectives, stretched out before us invitingly. So invitingly looks like it might be an adjective because it's saying that the sea looks invitingly, but it's actually stretched out. This is going to be an adverb, which we'll talk about later. It's describing how the sea stretched out. So blue describes sea, and so does sparkling describes sea. Okay. Now, there's another type of, and it's an adjective, but they're special adjectives called articles. So we're going to write this statement down. Let's do a star. The adjectives a, comma, an, comma, and the are called articles. So these are special kinds of adjectives. A, underline that, and the word the. So if I say a house, house is my noun, a is my adjective, but it's a special kind of adjective called an article. An elephant. Elephant is our noun, an is an article. The school, school is our noun, the is our article. Okay? All right. Let's practice locating some of these adjectives within some sentences. Okay, let's turn the page and we're going to do some practice. Okay, here's the first practice one. A silvery moon rode down the western sky. A silvery moon rode down the western sky. Period. Okay. We're going to locate the nouns first and then see if we can find some adjectives that describe them. So a noun, remember, is a person, place, thing, or idea. A silvery moon. A moon is a thing. Is there a word in this sentence that describes a moon? A silvery moon. It is telling us what kind of moon we have. So we're going to circle silvery. And what word is it describing? Moon. Okay. Do we have any other nouns in our sentence? A silvery moon rode down the western sky. Sky is also a noun. What word is being used to describe, oops, sorry. There we go. I'm not sure if you could see that a moment ago. A silvery moon rode down the western sky. Moon is our noun. Silvery describes that noun. Another noun in our sentence is sky. Is there a word that tells us what kind, which one, or how much, or many? It tells us what kind of sky it is, and it's a western sky. Good. Number 2. It shed a pale light on the quiet countryside. It shed a pale light on the quiet countryside. The quiet countryside. Okay. I want you to hit pause for a second and see if you can figure out the answer to this one. I'll give you the clue to tell you that there are two adjectives that are describing two different nouns. Can you find them? Okay, so the adjectives are pale, which is describing the light, and quiet, which is describing the countryside. Okay. Number 3, I'm going to have you do 3, 4, and 5 on your own, and we'll check them tomorrow. Long meadows spread out between two hills. Long meadows spread out between two hills. Okay. Number 4. The smell of the wild grass was strong. The smell of the wild grass was strong. And your last practice. The only sound we heard was the sharp crackle of the fire. The only sound we heard was the sharp crackle of the fire. Was the sharp crackle of the fire. Okay, so you're finishing 3, 4, and 5 on your own for homework. And let's go back and highlight some of the key ideas in this lesson. So going back to the beginning, okay, what is an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. An adjective can answer 4 questions. What kind, which one, how many, or how much. Lastly, there is a special type of adjective called an article, and those are a, an, and the. Okay. For this one, when I ask you to describe and tell me the adjectives in a sentence, I'm not looking for these words because they're articles. They're like an exception to it. I don't want you to list those unless I'm asking you to look for articles. Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.